Hey guys, we are in day 318 in our Bible reading plan, reading in Ezekiel, finishing up 45 through 48 and Psalm 105. Listen, we are 42 books down in the Bible. That leaves 24 left, and we're going to do two the next time. You guys, before you know it, the year's going to be over. You're going to want to start again. Tell your friends about it. In the meantime, Ezekiel 45 through 48, big idea is that even when we are faithless, God remains faithful to his promises, restoring all that is broken and bringing abundance to our lack. Ezekiel 45 through 48, difficult section of scripture describing the future temple. It is a passage of hope. It is a passage that points to what's to come. Whether this temple, it was not built, there's no built temple to the dimensions that were there, but it describes what God has for his people down the road. Some little things may be helpful in chapter 46. As it goes through and describes the offerings and the feast, there's no mention of sacrifice for sin. And it's because Jesus has paid the price. He is the one who goes in. He's ruling over this temple. There's no need anymore to sacrifice for sin. I think the highlight is in chapter 47, this river of life that cleanses everything and restores life. Even the Dead Sea is restored. Dead Sea, nothing lives in the Dead Sea, and there will be a time when there will be life and abundance there. There's four places in scripture that talks about this coming river of life. In Ezekiel, the prophet Joel and Zechariah mention it, and probably a highlight and a good place to cross-reference your reading is in Revelation 21 to 22, where we read about this river of life in the end times, in the rule of Christ. And I love 47 verse 9, for this water goes there, that the waters of the sea may become flesh, so everything will live where the river goes. That river is who's Christ, and it is this influence of the Lord. And then you get to chapter 48, and the tribes are given their territories, and Simeon is now included. Again, restoration. Remember, he was excluded because of what he had done to the Dinahs. Remember, to the people who raped his sister, and so he had been excluded for a while. Now he's included in the portions. But probably the highlight of chapter 48 is at the end of the book of Ezekiel, where again, remember, the prophet is writing before any of this. In fact, the vision started when they were still in Jerusalem, and so a lot has happened. And he's banking everything on this promise of God who's going to restore all things. And so again, for people who are in captivity, who weren't seeing this was going to take a lot of faith, but it is a faith that God is faithful. The same God who was faithful to his people in the past is a God who will be faithful in the future. But this is it. In the very last verse of Ezekiel, it says, the name of the city from that time on shall be, the Lord is there. The Lord is there. And I tell you, I looked it up in the Hebrew, if I could find it, Yahweh Shammah, the Lord is there. This is the ultimate promise that God's presence, once departed from the temple in Ezekiel 10, now permanently returns. And we have the Lord in here. He is now in us because of the new covenant. So our hope, though someday we're going to be living in a place where God will be over all, where the river of life will flow. But today we have that promise. The Lord is with us. He will never leave us nor forsake us. There is a river of life that is available to all. He is the way, the truth, and life. Life is abundant in him, as he told us in the Gospel of John. And so if you know Christ, you have to wait till eternity. You can celebrate today all that Christ has given us. He is the good news. He is here with us. Love you guys and praying for you.